We're looking at July 2026, and right now the Social Security Administration is rolling out four absolutely critical rule changes. And guys, these dictate exactly how your monthly payment connects to your actual bank account. We're not talking about minor, behind-the-scenes administrative updates here. These are fundamental shifts. So listen closely, because ensuring your hard-earned benefits are fully protected, well, that requires some immediate action on your part. In fact, one of these changes is brand new, and it takes effect this very month.
So you've got to ask yourself, could your next Social Security payment actually be delayed or even blocked? I know, it sounds intense, but it is a very serious question. See, these bureaucratic mandates, they rarely come with a nice, personal explanation. A lot of times people only realize something changed when their money just fails to show up in their account. And that is exactly what we are going to prevent with this explainer today. Because if you fail to act on these new notices, it can legitimately hold up your funds.
Let's kick things off with the most urgent development. This is happening as we speak, and it is directly affecting 3.6 million people. If you're one of the folks relying on a Direct Express debit card, the government-issued MasterCard for your benefits, your entire platform is changing right now. Okay, let's dive into this. The federal government is officially swapping out the bank behind the entire Direct Express program. For years, Comerica managed these cards, right? Well, now they're being entirely replaced by Fifth Third Bank. If you're a cardholder, you absolutely cannot ignore this one. You're going to get an official transition letter this month, and it's going to lay out exactly when your new card will arrive and how to activate it. The warning here is crystal clear. If you ignore these instructions, you're seriously risking having your funds blocked during the changeover. Now look, in an era of constant scams, you have every single right to be hesitant about some random letter claiming your bank is changing. I get it, but this is an official government mandate. So if you receive correspondence in July about your card, read it. But here's how you verify it safely. Do not, and I mean do not, call a random number printed on a suspicious envelope. Instead, independently call the official Direct Express number. That's 1-800-333-1795. Just ask them to confirm the mail they sent to your address. Protect yourself, for sure, but please don't just ignore the transition. Moving on, our second massive change affects how you actually physically receive your money. The Social Security Administration is entering the final phase of an initiative they've literally been pushing for years. Basically, the era of that physical paper check arriving in your mailbox, it's coming to a definitive end before this calendar year closes out. To put that into perspective, right now an estimated 390,000 beneficiaries are still holding on to paper checks. That's a lot of people. If you happen to be one of them, starting this month, the SSA is mailing out final notice letters. And the message is pretty blunt. Transition to an electronic format, or you're going to face some major payment disruptions. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the options you actually have. The standard electronic routes are super straightforward. You just set up direct deposit or get a Direct Express card. But there's a crucial detail here that rarely gets talked about. What if you genuinely cannot use either option? Maybe you don't even have a bank account, or electronic platforms just flat out don't work for your living situation. Well, there is actually a formal hardship exemption process available. Yep, the U.S. Treasury maintains a specific waiver line exclusively for this. You just call 1-855-290-145. Or alternatively, you can dial 1-877-874-6347. If you qualify, you can legally continue getting your paper checks. But hear me on this one. It is not granted automatically. You literally have to actively apply for it. So if you or someone you know is really struggling with this mandatory transition, seriously, write this number down right now. All right, let's move along to the third rule, which pretty much impacts anyone who might ever need to update their bank account details. The SSA has completely stopped allowing beneficiaries to change their direct deposit information using just a quick standard phone call. Why? Well, because every single year, roughly 70,000 phone-based requests are flagged as suspicious. That is huge. And a massive 40% of that fraud chunk involves criminals calling the SSA, impersonating a beneficiary, and just rerouting the payments straight into their own accounts. Crazy, right? So, to combat the staggering impersonation rate, the SSA rolled out a brand new mandatory verification process. Calling in to change your bank details, it's no longer just a casual chat. You're now going to be required to generate a one-time PIN code at ssa.gov/PIN while you're actually on the phone and then read it back to the representative. Now, if you want to bypass this whole phone process altogether, you can always make the change entirely online through your My Social Security portal or just visit a local field office in person with your photo ID. Now, naturally, because these new anti-fraud steps add a bit of friction, the timeline for updating your banking info is a bit longer now. But I want to reassure you, this is absolutely for your own protection. You just need to plan accordingly. If you're switching banks, don't wait until the very last minute. Give the whole system a solid 2 to 4 weeks to process the change. And definitely leave your old account open during that time. Closing it too early means your payment could just bounce back to the SSA and get held up for weeks. Nobody wants that. Unfortunately, this new security verification has handed a shiny new script right to scammers. So we really need to establish a golden rule right here, right now. Ready? The SSA will never, ever call you and ask for your bank account number. They won't claim your payment is frozen until you hand over your banking details to comply with some new 2026 rule. All official banking requests must be initiated by you. If your phone rings and some voice claims to be the SSA asking for your account number, just hang up immediately. It's a scam, plain and simple. And this brilliantly illustrates our fourth and final rule change. It might seem minor at a glance, but man, it is causing massive headaches. The exact name match requirement. Basically, the name on your bank account must now identically match the name the SSA has on file for you. Think about it. If your bank says Bill, but the SSA says William, boom, that's a discrepancy. If your bank uses a maiden name, but the SSA has your married name, discrepancy. These little differences that existed for decades without any issue are suddenly flagging accounts and, you guessed it, delaying payments. Please do not let a missing middle initial or some slight spelling variation hold up your money. Take 2 minutes today to verify this. Just log into your My Social Security account and double-check the exact spelling of your name. Then pull up your latest bank statement. If there is even a single letter out of place between the two, contact your bank or the SSA right away to correct whichever record is outdated. Just fix it before a delay even has a chance to happen. Okay, we have covered a whole lot of ground today, so let's lock this in with an ultimate action checklist. Think of this as your rapid-fire game plan to completely secure your benefits this month. Number 1, if you're on Direct Express, watch for that Fifth Third Bank letter and follow the instructions. Number 2, if you're still getting paper checks, get enrolled electronically or call the Treasury for that hardship exemption. Number 3, expect the new PIN process if you're changing banks over the phone, and remember to keep your old account open for a month. And number 4, verify your exact name match between your bank and the SSA today. At the end of the day, knowledge is your absolute best defense against bureaucracy. So I have to ask you, have you received your Direct Express transition letter yet? Or maybe you've recently navigated those new direct deposit security steps. Drop down into the comments and let us know. Your personal insights literally help others know exactly what to expect. And hey, share this explainer with anyone you know who relies on Social Security. Keeping each other informed, that's exactly how we ensure no one's payment gets left behind.